So with that being said, hey, what's up, homies? This is your girl Ty with another Where You At Ty podcast. Okay. What's up, homies? This is your girl Ty with another laundry load of the week. Y'all don't mind me. I'm always outside, okay? I'm going to put in where I can fit in at the time. Make time work for you, right? Okay? Now you work for time. Make time work for you. That's a proverb. Take it how it resonates. But in today's laundry load of the week, it's called What's Working. In today's load, I'm talking about why I feel like certain people can't work certain jobs and why certain jobs are not for certain people. Flips and flops in the title or whatever, but it's the same thing. What's working? You know? I start off like this. I want to say I thank God for keeping me this year. A lot of changes have been made, not only in how I promote myself, how I share myself or express myself, but my personal life, my mentality, my emotional life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's those things that you could, if you never seen it before and you worked at it, you seeing it now. So I just want to say thank you. You know, like I may not have the biggest production team or resources to get those particular things that I desire as of yet, but I know I'm going to be able to do it and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? With what I have, and that's all we could do, right? So that's what's working for me as of right now. Right now, what working for me is working for me. What work for you will be working for you. You just keep going like that. And like many of my other laundry loads of the week, this laundry load of the week is no different. Whereas I talk about my experience as to why certain jobs just didn't work for me. Now I mentioned in different points of different posts I made and stuff like that, I have mentioned that I worked a lot of different jobs in different positions around the little country, around the Charleston area. And being that worker, I've learned a lot about different people, and I met a lot of different people, and I hanged out with a lot of different people, and I heard a lot of stories, and I've uplifted and encouraged a lot of people, and you know, that came without fail. No matter where I was, whatever the energy that I put in, I'm gonna, whatever this environment I'm in most of the time, that energy of is that particular spot is welcoming. It's a welcoming spot, area, place. So those, it don't matter. It's a welcoming place where people can like enjoy themselves and stuff like that as they work. So I always made my surroundings a more welcome surrounding, just because of my presence, because I'm not a stink looking person or nothing like that. I really don't. That's a job. You know what I'm saying? So that's how always the mentality I worked on and stuff like that. But in my experience, I've noticed the patterns that I simply will go through in solidical fashion. Why I attract the energies that I attract. Right? And I would like to segue from that to say this. As I'm learning, I'm growing, and as I learn, the more is helping those who might not get it like the way I got it. And you might have to pick me up. jeopardize or get it right. But understanding you're attracting the energy, and it does make it easier for you to understand who you are, right? So, but those patterns, it became clear as to why I was attracting these energies. I was attracting energies that didn't know. I mean, I didn't know I was attracting energies, and I didn't know, right? I didn't know I was attracting the same people. Because first of all, it starts at home. That's how I want to make it clear before I segue. I segue here. Any energy that you attract outside your personal world, you attract in your close range. I've learned that. That's what I've learned. I've learned that if I go out and I'm attracting the same type of people in my area where I'm alone or around close proximity of people, those energies resonate strongly. So where I'm at now, as I learn in this, it's like breaking the cycle. It makes sense to break the cycle. It really does, because if you don't like those energies while they're around you, if you're having a clear mind and soul state, it's always the same ones. Now, some of them are annoying, and so they don't mean any harm, but there's energy that aggressively will come to you without thinking, like without you even having to think about it. They will come to you, okay? So be mindful, whatever is outside, energies outside that are attracting to you. And any time you spend most of your time when you're away from home, then check out your surroundings in your personal area if you're crying about that. That's a little tip that I've learned. And these things I'm learning. I always want to shout out people who are spreading a little bit of wisdom around and giving people homework to do. Now, I like to be given homework because I have to know myself. So give me a little homework as I study, and because not only I would like to teach, but I also am the student as well, because this is life, right? Our experiences mirror in shadow form if we don't see it ahead of time. So thank God for that. I thank y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing your thing, right? Being in certain places and around certain people constantly can be detrimental. It can be detrimental to your health in many level forms of your health, from your head down to your toe. If you're not at peace where you're working at, if you're not in shape and mentally healthy, okay, physically healthy where you work at, that may be a sign that that job may not be for you. As I learned that, because one thing about me, I tend to look outside myself to see the pattern. I have to go within, look out from outside in, right? So that's where I looked at where I had to see it from the outside in. Who was me? Start to be aware of my surroundings a little bit more. I asked myself the question, why am I seeing the same type of people around me all the time? With my energy now, I tend to attract people, young to old. As I've been writing this, y'all, before I, because I usually think before I have to use my mind before I go and post. So when I was writing this, older man came up to me, just random. I know Charleston is a small town, but I don't know everybody. This old man came up to me. But anyway, he came up to me, and that was just a distraction just itself, because I was like in a comfortable mood right now, but now, now settle in, you know what I'm saying? And I was just feeling good, and then all of a sudden, I, as I'm like this, because I'm like, where the hell did you come from? So we attract people. And we attract people, all walks of life. We attract people. I didn't understand none of this. I understand this now. As I wrote this, I was attracting people. As I was talking about attraction, I attracted people. So this stuff is very, especially when you're a sensitive person, when you're sensitive energy, you're gonna attract people. Now, just by as attracting people, you cannot force. That's one thing about it. You can't pick what you want to attract all the time. You may not be in attracting mode, but you're in attracting mode. I don't know, but I'll keep going. As an empath, I couldn't see past wondering why is these people so attracted to me. I just couldn't. I just always went with the flow. I never questioned it. I never said like, hey, hey, you're bothering me, whatever the case may be. It was mostly me like, okay, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, it wasn't me it was always a vibe, so I just went with the flow, because who I am, I just went with the flow. But I could never go past wondering why. Not being cocky. I always wonder why. Some people will love it. They be like, hey, you talking about an introvert. And then they trying to summer walk on me. You don't know why. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. But like I say, I could never go past wondering why people, or why I was attracting people. Period. And this too, low key, always wanting to be low key. See, every job I went to, I always went with a blank slate. So I always learn something. I want them to teach me from the ground up. You have to do your job. If you're going to train me, you will ask me if I know anything about anything. If I told you no, you start me from the beginning to the end. If you're a good trainer, those who's good trainer, they know. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about, because I've been a trainer as well. So if you can train me well, I applaud you. You've done your job as a trainer. But I always wanted to be low key, because I tend to do my job and I want to just go, just leave, do my job, right? But what told on myself was my work ethic. My work ethic told on myself. How the job you train me on, I do very well on it. It produces product, or it produces growth. It creates growth in the production area and the design mechanism, so it can grow and produce more and more and more, right? And it comes with raises and stuff like that in the package, right? I'm still trying to be low-key. And my work ethic told on myself. It told on to almost every company I work with. There was a group of people that were suits, and they came in to see how the process was working. The production was great. Those who work with me, y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't even act like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Almost every job I work on, big or small, they were a company guy or gal came through to check on the process, how it became what it is. Never wanted to shine. Wasn't looking for the shine. Wasn't looking for the shine. Ain't been heavy on the shine. It didn't matter. I was all good for it. Right? Didn't look for the credit. I just want a raise or two every now and again. That's all I wanted was a grade or two, an upgrade or two, and just go on about my business. And that's the thing. I did my thing, and that kind of told on me. But there's a downside to it. You don't want to be the token black girl. You do it well, and then when shit going south, then you the one to blame because you the token black girl, and you were supposed to get it done. I had wrote trophy, but I had wrote trophy. I had wrote trophy when I was supposed to write tokens, so I might dyslexic behind. But yeah, like being a token black girl. Dang, she does this really well. That's why I didn't have that much energy for this past election, and then talk too much about it because who accepts a campaign in 3 months? To campaign for 3 months, who accepts that? The illusion was not the time. So, they never wanted to be the token black girl. Because I'm going to tell y'all, even a black people, if you the token black girl, even a black people take advantage of that. Because if you the token black girl, you get that credibility because they feel like that's all you need is a little pat on the back and say, you did a great job. But they also kill you. They kill your body, your brain cells. You might be on a deep topic with a co-worker one day and they walk up on the floor, hey, you back to work here. I had people literally act like they were slaves on a job just because they, like, ooh, supervisor coming. And I used to get in trouble because I used to walk slow. You saw me. You see me walking up to the line a minute or two late. You saw that. I tired. We working 7 days a week. I'm walking in there a couple minutes, okay? I had some gas 2 minutes ago. My stomach been bloating. You get what I'm saying? I thought I had the poo-poo. That couple of minutes was worth it. You can't give us a couple minutes for people who smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes back then. I need that extra couple puffs. We in there for we in the last leg of the night. Every opportunity that I granted, I was blessed with, favor on it, and I'm grateful for that favor. We spent time with our co-workers. We spend a lot of time with our co-workers. We spend a lot of a quarter of a day with our co-workers. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, okay, with the hierarchy too, like even when they say, oh, you getting paid this amount of money, you getting paid that amount of money, you getting paid this, you getting paid that. Yeah, the money good, but almost everything is like a fish in a barrel type of mentality where the extra money, the extra opportunity, sometimes you have to kind of elbow another person to get there first, or, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, you either OG been there for a long time, so the legends get it first. You know what I'm saying? The OG heads, they get it first, and then if they got room and extra time for you, they'll slide you in. And even though you get overtime like the port and you getting that good money like working at the port, right? You was busting your ass. Your health to be could be declining, or you making good money, but you working long hours, and you working like a robot, right? So there's levels to this, but I digress. And you being yourself and understanding that would take you to the next level. But some people aren't built for that, you know. So that's good to be mindful. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm gonna have to segue to this too. Working a 9-to-5 job definition. A lot of people will be like, I quit my 9 to 5. I quit my 9 to 5. God bless you. God bless you, right? The thing about doing your 9 to 5 is this. Is what your definition of a 9 to 5 is. My definition of 9 to 5 is working like 6 to 8 more 6 to 8 hours consecutively, back to back. That's a 9 to 5 to me. Because if we count 9 to 5, that's 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. That's literally 8 hours. Okay? So 6 to 8 hours more is considered a 9 to 5. I don't consider a remote job a 9 to 5. I don't consider Uber Eats a 9 to 5. Let's get that clear. DoorDash, wherever you want to call it, Lyft, it don't matter. They're not 9 to 5. I don't consider doing content a 9 to 5. 9 to 5, you put time and effort in it, which is true. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I could cut that out. I'm gonna have to cut that out because you do spend a lot of time creating content. So yeah, that is a 9 to 5. Whatever hours you put the energy to it, will receive and it will get back. So yeah, you put that energy in, and that is gonna receive something. So that is a 9 to 5. I could be wrong sometimes now. I could be wrong. I was wrong. I apologize. But a 9 to 5 ain't certain jobs where you can stop and come back to. Most 9 to 5 jobs are clock-in jobs. You got clock in and you work at shit. A school bus driver is not a 9 to 5. A city bus driver is, because they work at 8. 6 to 2, they're about 8. And so those are considered 8-hour jobs. Not a school bus job. It's headache. Okay? So I don't want people to be like, oh, I worked at McDonald's. And McDonald's, you at least get in 6 to 7 hours. And they only go by, the hours you get only go by how much money you make. So if there's a restaurant that you see out here, if there's a restaurant you see out here and it's busy, then you know they're getting their hours. But if you were at a restaurant and it's slow all the time, and their only busy days is at the weekend, they're not getting that much hours. Therefore, there's people that are not working that much. Maybe 5 to 6 hours out the day. Maybe 4 to 5 hours a week. But it's grouped together to fit like each cash to replace each position throughout the day. They close early, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain numbers to say that, people don't get their hours as much as they used to. So that's one thing about it. And it was crazy because in my previous job, I was blindly building ties with people who I work with, working these long hours. 7 days a week. Didn't even know. I didn't know anything about energy then. I know when people talked about it. I didn't know I had energy. I didn't think the way I thought was energy in itself. I didn't know that energy I didn't know about stagnant energy, movement energy, none of that. I didn't know that you touch a person that's energy. I didn't know none of that, right? Maybe I was not on give a damn mode, but at least I was able to sit down and kind of see it today and know who I am today. Yeah. Interesting. These people I didn't know, whether building ties with them and stuff like that. I didn't know them after work. Like, that's crazy. That's almost like robbing. Like, you robbing me. You robbing my essence, and then you go home and you. I don't know you. How you gonna be able to take my shit? You know what I'm saying? How you be able to do me? Like, how that was possible? Like, that's when I started to realize, like, what you know. Cause I used to feel drained. That's how I used to know. Cause I used to feel drained after I get off work. I'm like, dang. I spent this X amount of time with people, and I still had like 3-4 hours left for work, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm drained. After I get off work, I'm drained. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was I used to use drugs as a pick-me-up. Now let's be honest, like, people still do that shit today, where overcompensate for the sleep that we need in order to stay up. Instead we would use drugs to keep us up, to be okay with pushing our bodies to the limit, and that was harmful in itself. I found out I was weakening my immune system was weakening because I was like on my feet. Already had a knee injury and re-injured a knee when I was at work cleaning somebody else's floor. When I scrub them, pop! I was like, stood up, knee buckled. I'm like, oh shit. So I already was doing it. I already was overexerting myself. That was something that I, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing that, you know, you say, well, it's something to do with it. No, you live and you learn, right? But that's where I find out a way to start using my body, stretching and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter how much drugs I use, or when I say drugs, I'm talking about like the simple shit. Now, I ain't did none of that sugar bugger and shit like that. Now, I ain't gonna say that and put that out there now. I ain't did no sugar bugger. Okay? I'm not judging those who do. But I ain't did none of them stuff that requires something to go up my nose. Okay. Alright. Make that clear. I'll make that right here. I used to drink and stuff as well. So used to drink just to stay up, like a little boost, just to feel good, to relax the body, to push the overs, to alert the body. So my soul might have been tired, but my body is moving, and I'm forcing my body by taking these stimulants to be okay. That's fucked up. But there wasn't enough drugs in the world for me to want to stay up and to work. That token black girl was a scapegoat for something that I wasn't aware of, and that's me. I didn't need to do it. But even though with the token black girl image, I also started being rebellious. I can start acting reckless just because I was tired of it. Like, blindly, I was mad about being the token black girl. But I turned around and still did things to please other people because I was a token black girl. Alright, well, I think everybody happy. No, I'm broken. Or I feel some type of way. What the hell? You know? I also want to know what's also reckless, though. is when you're dropping the 9 to 5 without crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Now, I'm not talking about the letter I. These. Dotting that. Making sure that, like, you can dot your, you can make sure that, okay, that'll be good because I know I got this going for me. That whole stick with just dropping the 9 to 5 like that, that's good on Hollywood terms. Yeah, you got faith. So that faith should keep you running like an engine to where you gonna get to your goal without having to, you break for a little bit, but it ain't gonna be too long. And some instances, like I said in the other laundry load of the week, this is my opinion on it. I did it on a few months ago. I want to say a couple months ago when I started this. I mentioned that we could keep going, or just a couple of laundry loads of weeks ago, I said, a couple of loads ago, I mentioned that, you know, it's not that cool to just drop the 9 to 5. Because everybody went through that shtick. Some things work out for people, some things not. You know, putting my ducks in a row, and I think it's not only logical, but it's responsible. Everybody's background is different. So no, I'm just because you dropping your 9 to 5, don't tell me to drop my 9 to 5. Let me see what I got going on. Let me check my surroundings out. So that's how I think about it. Cause like I said, it depends on your situation. You know, it depends on your situation. You may have it easier than someone else. You know, you may have consistent family support. You may have financial. You ahead financially, or you have consistent family support. Right? It gotta be constant. You could just go like that. It gotta be constant, right? Because where the faith is strong structure and foundation, you take it with a foundation on, you can go on about your business and you're in a good state of mind because you could do it. I'm talking to everyone that don't have that support, you know. I'm talking to people. And that's where you become your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader, your biggest fan. I say. As I was always working and moving all the time, I had to kind of assess what I was doing as to what am I doing again? So I had to look at that like that. Like, look at what was going on and make sense of it in a different direction, right? That's how most jobs operate, but in my case, it was the people who had leverage dictating my schedule, my working schedule. Because of whatever financial goals that they want, like if they want to buy a boat or they wanted to get messed up, they wanted to do their own thing. Those are exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, finally, they abused their authority, almost playing a part of an overseer in the field. Even muting those who wanted to grow in the company but left due to the drama. Just despicable. They were very manipulative people. Even though they were like that, I still spend more than my working hours at the job. Disregarding my health, my sanity, my life. Okay? Now I feel good that I broke that token black girl image that I carried within me. Yes, we are chosen. Yes, we are special beings. Um, some things don't need to be televised. Okay? Yeah. I say that there's nothing wrong with getting your accolades. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm going to continue to be the best person that I could possibly be. And this journey in my life is just another beautiful moment that I can share. And there's nothing wrong with just loving on yourself and enjoying yourself. And being aware of yourself, which is key within anything, because we are living in different ways in our life. And now it's like, oh man, eyes open, and it feels good. But I want y'all to feel good. Feel good and be proud of yourself. But don't let the accolades fool you into thinking that that's all you are. You're more than just a tool. You're really more. You're more than just a tool. You're you. Continue to focus on yourself. And my testimony is what you have to like to do, and what is mostly work with you and listening to yourself and being aware of yourself. Because if the job brings you any type of dismal type of position, or different dismal outlook, make you feel bad, leave. It's okay. Just fly. Just fly. Just fly. just fly. Go ahead, just fly. Cause the illusion is you'll never find another way. Thank y'all, homies, for listening to me today. This was a really good one. I'm trying to switch it up. I'm being cheap right now, but I'm gonna upgrade. But you know, everything happens for a reason. So I'm gonna continue on in my process and and we're gonna progress together. All right, homies. This is Ty with another Where You At Laundry Load of the Week. Y'all have a good, blessed week. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Y'all focus on y'all loved ones. Love them regardless. I'm telling y'all right now. There's always everything with love. Do everything with love. But don't downgrade yourself. Alright? With love like this, peace. Love.